What's up, all cow, pigs, rats, and mice? One Piece 1137 is out. Like I've been saying, that is a gigantic number. And there's no break next week. I'm gonna try to do these weekly. Shanks has been acquitted of all rat jokes and or memes. They all have to be cancelled immediately. The glove does not fit in this circumstance. When chapter 907 dropped, this theory came along with it. Shanks having a twin, but it turns out that Shanks actually does have a twin this whole time. I don't know what that's about, but it was hinted at for a while. I can't believe people saw this dude Shanks and then said that's his twin. Just because he wasn't showing the one side of his face. I mean, if I was reading around that time, I probably would have guessed it. I didn't think much of it, but it's kind of funny that it was true the whole time, and I do wonder if anyone else knows about it, like Whitebeard. I mean, Roger probably doesn't know. I mean, unless he does know. Roger might know, actually, because he probably knew his dad from God Valley. Roger might have knew. I feel like Garp doesn't know, just because he doesn't get involved in stuff with, celestial dragons. He doesn't get involved with that stuff. He kind of leaves it over there. But I like the other side of it. Shanks is a rat. Yeah, I like that one. Meeting with the elders. I think he's a rat for meeting with the elders, which Shanks has been acquitted of, by the way. Figarland Shamrocks is our culprit, and the blood is on his hands. He is the rat in question, talking with the 5 elders. This whole time. The now captain of the Gods Knights. Probably the guy that was in this silhouette. I mean, that's who I guess it is. Who else is there to be revealed yet? That's going to be that big. Captain of the Gods Knights level big. You know what I mean? And here's the question too, is Captain and Commander the same thing? Or Supreme Commander? Whatever it said. I have seen some people say how Oda drops, how late Oda drops characters, but if you think about it, because you know how Loki came in mad late, the 5 elders were revealed kind of late. Everyone was just revealed later in the story. I mean, we haven't even seen Dragon fight yet, right? This character's been here since 907, which is still crazy late in the story. We've known this character since 907. We didn't have anything besides that one scene, but still. This shows Oda's been thinking about this story, whatever it's going to pan out to be, maybe a war, or whatever it's going to be. He's been thinking about it for a long time now, or whatever this family is, whatever's going on with the Gods Knights. But does this turn your focus to believe that the Holy Knights are the main focus of Elbaph? Because I feel like Elbaph is already moving fast, but I still believe it's going to be a long arc, maybe 100 to 150 chapters. And I can see the world government being the big bad of the arc again, just like it was in Egghead, since things are going to have to lead down that path anyways. Things are going to have to look like we're fighting the world government. So I'm cool with them being the big bad again. So in my own headcanon, the more they fight, the more I kind of think we're getting closer to the end of the story. Because they're going to be the inevitable person that they have to take down. But I could see after this arc, I was just thinking about this, after this arc, I could see we flash away to I don't know, someone who needs to make a move like Blackbeard. He's pulling up somewhere to make a big move and capture a poneglyph, and then Luffy has to pull up on him to contest him because he has all the poneglyphs. Or there has to be a brawl somewhere. There's going to be something that happens. Or maybe it could even be something with the ancient weapons with Blackbeard, not to get into this whole Blackbeard theory. But we know that Oda's setting up something with Caribou, so I could see us flashing away to that, either in this arc or after this arc. But it looks like we're going to be fighting the Gods Knights on Elbaph, where on Egghead it was the gorosei. I don't see Gods Knights going down here just like the gorosei. I mean, they've been set up for the Revolutionary Army. I feel weird if the Revolutionary Army did not take down the Gods Knights at this point, because it's just been built up for so long. More times than I can count on my fingers, to be honest. And I would argue they have a bit of plot armor until Dragon comes, quite honestly. This is why they're not going to be defeated in this arc. That way, in the end, when it's time for the final war, we have already seen all the factions fight, at least individually, before they fight finally at the final war. Because we've seen most of the major factions fight, except for Cross Guild, the Revolutionary Army, Gods Knights, and I guess Emu. But he'll be during the war, I would guess, later. Unless the dude just pulls up on Elbaph. I actually like the whole twin brother thing, especially late in the story, which might be controversial, but I don't think it's a bad idea, as long as the character's just not, crazy bad, and unless Oda just messes him up completely. His design is lame. I mean, dude thinks he's so tough. But from an actual drawn perspective and aspect, I think it's great. I mean, it fits him because he's the captain of the Gods Knights. I mean, I'm just a hater. I wanted Shanks to be a rat, so my man's got acquitted, so and it's this guy's fault right here. He looks like he belongs in Elbaph, low-key. No pun intended. Gunko's power. We got first glimpse, or I guess second glimpse. We got a more in-depth glimpse. That's the word I was looking for. on this power. It was a little confusing, but I think I got the gist of it. Originally, when I was reading it, I low-key thought that there was some future sight going on, but then my reading comprehension, it kicked in, and I realized her power was the arrows, and that you could just see them. Her power most definitely will get blocked by hockey. Now that I'm thinking about it, so maybe it's not the best, and especially future sight. I mean, I think she will get full countered by future sight, but we'll have to see. I mean, who's she even gonna fight? Like, is she the number 2? Who even is this woman? Honestly, we need to see more about it. Most definitely will get countered by future sight unless she has future sight. I could see if things get rough here, Shamrock spawning in the rest of the God's Knights like the Elders did on Egghead, since they were both using the magical portals. I wonder if they work in a similar way. This one didn't have numbers on them, so I don't really know. The stuff with Road, Luffy, and Zoro, I could see either ending next chapter or the chapter after. Oda might drag it out one more chapter and just get more dialogue from Shamrock, or just have them find Loki already. But the problem is they need to get this key to get him out. Like, they're gonna have the key already, I guess that's what's going on. So I expect them to be looking for it and then end up finding it in this chapter. And then Oda will go on break. When we pick up, there will be a confrontation, maybe, perhaps, or maybe Shamrock will just flee and run and scram like the little rat that he is. I expect some good dynamic between Luffy, Zoro, and Nami too happening, whether they confront Shamrock or whatever's going on. I can't believe the dude's name is Shamrock. But between Luffy, Zoro, Nami, and then Loki, I think it's going to be really good how it pans out. I'm not sure what they're going to do or even talk about, but I guess we'll see something maybe about Shanks. I mean, what the heck, dude? Next chapter, we might pan back to Robin, Saul, and all of them in the library just to get to some more lore. I mean, I wouldn't be complaining for more lore. That'd be cool. Or maybe we'll just rock it out with Luffy and Shamrock shake for McDonald's the whole time. I think it'll definitely pan back, though. I wonder if we're going to get a pan over to what's going on in the world. Has Luffy and crew bounty went up at all after fighting and fleeing from the 5 elders? You would think so, right? And I wonder why Shamrock wants to make Loki a noble and a God's Knight. Like, what qualifies him? Did they have anything to do with Harold and why he's dead? Like, that's probably why they know him, right? Realistically, Shamrock said in this chapter that he wants to take control of Elbaph. So he's going to have to get through the homies first, realistically. That's it for this week. That's all I got for this week. Next chapter, there's no break next week, so next chapter's next week. So, bye.